Hello YouTube, this is TCG Token Boy coming at you with a deck profile and introduction of me. I use a Mecha Phantom Beast deck. I use it to duel most people in the club when I want to get competitive. So it's pretty modified to duel certain opponents, so don't go judging it by saying it's not competitive or it uses weird cards, because it's modified to only fight people I know. So let's get started. Okay, I use 3 Mega Raptor. It's your basic starter that always summons a token whenever you summon one first. Tribute one, get a monster added to the hand. Tether Wolf. Normal summon it, get a token, tribute a token, becomes a 2500 beater. Hamstrat. See, what I like doing with this is, setting it face down, they attack, flip 2 tokens, tribute a token, special summon from the grave a Phantom Beast. I run 2. Harliard. It's so far one of my favorites. I can recycle it, and it recycles my tokens. When a monster is tributed, when a monster is tributed to activate an effect, it special summons a token. So when a token is used, it replaces it. I also tribute tokens to special summon Phantom Beast from the hand. So I keep 2. Coltwing, the main token supplier. When it's special summoned, get 2 tokens, tribute 2, destroy, and banish a card. So, what I like to do with Scramble is, basically use my Scramble, and then get a Coltwing, get 2 tokens, and then start combos. So I keep 2. 3-0 Lion, it's so far the best tuner that could be used for this deck. When it's destroyed, or when it goes to the grave, I get a token, and I can banish it from the grave to normal summon again with a Phantom Beast. I usually like to use Foolish Burial to, run this card. Stealth Ray. Good defense, I said it. They take battle damage, I get a token. Tribute, destroy spell and trap. Arrow Skewin. Gets myself a token by banishing a monster from my grave I don't need. Blue Impala, another generic tuner I use. It's a saver when I have no monsters, because it banishes itself, and then I get a token. Black Falcon, and Saberhawk. Basically, if it attacks, I get a token, tribute a card, or tribute a token, and then banish from my opponent's graveyard. I add some of these cards for fun and to keep this deck a little Phantom Beast pure, so this last one's debatable, but I use Jinzo. Because, well, my deck utilizes a lot of summoning of the tokens, and then a lot of protection for tokens, as well as consistency for my hand, so I don't mind making a small tribute for my tokens to get a Jinzo, because it's basically a monster decree, of royal decree, so for me, it's useful, so, For spells, I run 3 Scramble. The main combo starter for this deck. If you outnumber my non-token monsters, I activate this, tribute all tokens or as many tokens as I want, special summon that many Phantom Beast from my deck. And when I do this, Coltwing, get 2 tokens, Mega Raptor, get more tokens. Basically, this just gets all these combos going. And like I said, because I modify this for the protection of tokens, I use Draw Muscle. So my opponents always love to attack me, so especially my tokens, because they know I need them. So I use this to make it interesting, my token's not destroyed, and I draw a card. Then for spells, I run again a 2 MST. I would run 3, maybe, but, I'm trying to keep good consistency of this deck, so just 2 for now. Pop a scale, pop a trap, who knows. Like I said, consistency, so I run a supply squad. Since I'm going to have to get my tokens destroyed eventually, I might as well draw some cards in the meantime. I run enemy controller, because like I said, tributing tokens, a small price to pay for controlling their monster. Raigeki, a common one. Creature swap, because I can tribute, or better yet, I give them a token and I take their monster. Foolish Burial, like I said, send Lion and get a token. Basically, it's a really good combo starter. And then I use Scapegoat, because some of the monsters use generic tokens for effects instead of just Phantom Beast. This last one's also debatable, Pot of Duality. Since my deck has some consistency debates, I really don't mind running one, because in fact if I ran 3 it would be cloggy, so... But I run 1, you know, because it's not too inconsistent, but if I do one, then I'll just, you know, it'll be helpful just enough. That's it for spells. For traps, we have these two Aerial Recharge. They summon tokens when I activate them, and you know, basically, since Phantom Beast can't be destroyed by battle or card effect with a token, I'm safe. So you know, basically that's why everyone uses these. These are modified cards I use for only because I face the opponents I face. Scrap Iron, because everyone wants to kill my tokens, so might as well slow the process down. Wabaku, need a token to stay alive. And Magic Jammer, because a lot of my opponents really love to use my, you know, they just love to use scales or really effective spell cards, so I just use this, discard something I don't need, maybe a lion, and you know, stop them. And then your generic traps, Bottomless, Mirror Force, Compulse. So you know, obvious reasons they need this. That's it for the main deck. So for the extra deck, I got Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon. It's a beater and it's a useful one too. I have also Yugioh X. Get a machine from my grave or my deck. Good for this deck. 2 Chidori. What they do, target a set card, put to the bottom of the deck. Target a face up, put to the top of your opponent's deck. It's a really annoying card for some people who duel me, so, you know, I love having it. 2 Mecha Phantom Beast Dracosack. I'm missing one, so yeah. But I'll get one eventually, so, you know, detach one, get 2 tokens, tribute a Phantom Beast, destroy a card. It's a really good card for this deck, and they should always use one. Okay, these are beaters, which I'm about to show you. Super Draenei Gustav Max, Phantom Fortress Enter Blafnir, and Super Dimensional Robot Galaxy Destroyer. Because Phantom Beasts level up with the tokens I have, up by 3 or 6 levels, these are easy to get out for me. Detach, take 2,000, 3,000 attack, can banish any card basically anywhere, field, hand, deck, or grave. And this is a little harder to get, but when I do pull it off, it becomes a threat. 5,000 attack, and destroys my entire opponent's back row. So, you know, and they cannot activate cards in response to the effect. So pretty good beaters I can get out there. Next I have a number 61 Volcasaurus. This is a really debatable card because they ask, why would I run this if I don't have level 5s? Even my Phantom Beasts don't even reach level 5 properly. I will show you why. Armidas and TG Hyper Librarian. You see, when I pull off a combo, I always end up pulling these 2 cards on the field. I basically use TG, then summon Armidas in the same turn, draw a card, and then that same turn I overlay, and then get myself Volcasaurus. So that's why I run it. But like I said, this is only because I face the opponents I face. And then I have Paladin Zektron. It's not the best synchro, but it's pretty useful. Can't be destroyed the first turn it's summoned. 2,500 attack. Conqueruda. It's a token protector, basically. And finally, 2 Jackalusalem. Its effect is that when it's summoned, tribute as many tokens as I have, or as I want, and then discard that many cards from my opponent's hand. So basically, what it does is, basically it's a discarder. It just discards my opponent's hand. And honestly, I am so hated for that in the club. But yeah, that's all the Phantom Beast deck that I use. Okay, that was my Phantom Beast deck, and it utilizes tokens. So once again, as you can see, this is how I got the name Token Boy. So It's a good one. That's the name I got for it, so... Also, if you do not agree with the deck I use, or some of the cards I use that I've labeled as debatable, please be known that this is cards that I got or I use in this deck because I duel people in a club. That means I have limited opponents, and, you know, this deck is just used to fighting everyone who's not new. So, you know, I guess this deck could use a little more updating, considering I don't have that many good staples for XYZs. But, overall, this is the deck I use, my Mecha Phantom Beast deck. Okay, I guess that's it for now. I am TCG Token Boy, and it's been nice seeing you. So, that's all for now, and goodbye.